Welcome to the Explainer. All right, let's talk Palantir. Today we're going to cut through all the noise and all the hype to really understand what makes this company tick. We're going to use a senior strategist framework to break it all down, the business, the money, and of course that intense debate over its price.
Okay, so first things first. We need to start by tearing down the label you've probably heard a million times. For years, everyone just called Palantir a data analytics company. But you know what? We got to throw that label out the window. It's not the whole story anymore, not even close.
So if that's not what it is, what is it? Well, this definition right here, this is a much better way to think about it. There are two really critical ideas to grab onto. First, its strength, its moat, is how it gets woven right into the very fabric of a customer's day-to-day operations. And the second piece, that's all about the future. That crazy high valuation, it's basically one giant bet that its artificial intelligence platform, or AI, is going to become the new operating system for AI in the business world.
So here's how we're going to tackle this. We're going to peel this company back like an onion, layer by layer. We'll kick things off with its history to get a grip on that mission-critical foundation. Then we'll get into the numbers, the stuff that's making everyone's head turn. After that, we'll try to figure out what it's actually worth, and we'll wrap it all up with the big central question every investor's asking right now.
Okay, let's start at the beginning. Because look, to really get Palantir's strategy today, you absolutely have to know where it came from. And trust me, this is not your average Silicon Valley garage startup story.
You can really break down its history into four big chunks. It all started back in 2003, deep in the world of intelligence and defense. This is where they built their reputation on really serious, high-stakes stuff. You know, mission-critical credibility. Phase 2 was them trying to break into the business world, and honestly, a lot of people were pretty skeptical. Then came 2020, they go public, and boom, the debate over its valuation just explodes. And that leads us right to today, the AIP era, which has totally changed the game for them.
A really good way to think about the company now is that it's actually three businesses in one. First up, you've got the government layer. Think of this as the bedrock, the super stable, strategic foundation. Then there's the commercial layer. This is where they help big corporations handle all their complicated stuff. And this is what's really blowing up their potential market size. And finally, the third layer, the AI operating system. This is the moonshot, right? The most speculative part, but it's where Wall Street sees the absolutely massive, explosive upside.
So what's their secret sauce? How do they get so sticky? It's not just about selling a piece of software. It's this flywheel they've created. It starts small. They find a customer with a really painful, really specific problem, and they solve it. Once they're in and they've shown they can deliver, they start to spread, moving from team to team, plugging into more and more systems. Before you know it, they're so deeply woven into how that company runs that trying to remove them would be like performing open-heart surgery. And just like that, a customer becomes a long-term cash machine.
All right, now that we know how they operate, let's look at the results. Let's get into the numbers, because frankly, this is the stuff that has Wall Street buzzing. This is where the story gets absolutely wild. Okay, first number. Full year 2025 revenue growth, 56%. Just let that sink in for a second. 56%. For a company this big, to be accelerating like that it's extraordinary.
But wait, it gets even crazier. If you dig inside that number, the real story is in their U.S. commercial business. That segment grew by 109%. I mean, it more than doubled in a single year. This is the growth engine everyone is talking about.
And this table here, it just lays it all out perfectly. You can see this shift happening right before your eyes. The government side, yeah, it's still the anchor, right? Over half the revenue, and it's growing at a really solid 55%. No complaints there. But look at the commercial side. It's almost half the business now, and it's being supercharged, growing twice as fast in the US. It's a total game changer.
And the crazy part is, management thinks this is just getting started. Their guidance for 2026, they're basically saying we're going to do it again. Another year of over 100% growth in U.S. commercial, billions in free cash flow, and this is a big one. They expect to be profitable by the standard accounting rules, GAAP profitable, every single quarter. So look, the conversation has totally shifted. It's not can Palantir make money anymore. The question now is how long can this incredible growth possibly last?
So, that brings us to the big question. How in the world do you put a price tag on a company like this? You've got these different pieces growing at totally different speeds, a simple PE ratio, a sales multiple, it just doesn't work. It's not going to give you the full picture. You need a much smarter way to look at it.
And that's where this idea of a sum of the parts analysis comes in.
It's really the only serious way to do it. The idea is simple. You break the company down into its individual businesses and you value each one separately, as if it were its own company. It just makes a lot more sense.
So, bucket number 1, the government business. This is the foundation, right? The bedrock. You'd value this part like a classic defense software company. Super stable, long contracts, really predictable. It basically sets a solid floor under the whole company's valuation.
Okay, bucket number 2, the commercial platform. Now, this is a totally different animal. This part acts like one of those high-flying, fast-growing software companies. It's the engine that's driving the whole story right now, and it's the reason the stock has gone on such a tear. You're going to slap a way higher valuation multiple on this piece than you would on the government side.
And then there's the third bucket. This one is all about the future, the what if. You have to add a premium for the chance that AIP becomes the go-to operating system for AI. This isn't about what they're earning today. Think of it like a lottery ticket, or better yet, an option. It's the potential for that absolutely explosive, change-the-world kind of upside that has the markets so excited.
So you add all that up, the stable government base, the hyper-growth commercial engine, and that big AI what if. And what you get is the single biggest billion-dollar debate on Wall Street today.
Because look at the price tag the market has put on this thing. We're talking about a market cap over $330 billion. I mean, that is a massive number. The stock is already priced for perfection. It's assuming a huge amount of success is already baked in. There is zero room for a misstep here. This is about as far as you can get from a classic value stock.
And this is where you get this incredible tension, right? You have two camps. The bulls look at it and they see explosive growth, incredible margins, and a bulletproof balance sheet. We're talking over $7 billion in cash and zero debt. But then the bears, they look at the very same company and they just see the price tag. They say the valuation is insane, that this crazy growth can't last forever, and that the company is still handing out a lot of stock to employees, which waters down the value for everyone else.
And honestly, this quote just nails it. It perfectly sums up where we land after all this analysis. Nobody is really arguing about the quality of the business anymore. Palantir is the real deal. It's a high-quality, high-margin software company that just spits out cash. The whole debate, the entire argument, has shifted. It's all about the price you have to pay for it.
So, that leaves us with the one question that every single investor has to wrestle with. It's not, is this a good business anymore? We know it is. The real billion-dollar question is this. Can this company stay so exceptional for so long that it can actually justify the incredible price the market is demanding for it today? That's the whole ballgame.